Received a job offer on the dark web. I now know why people go missing. I'd never been on the dark web before, and I didn't expect to be involved in it until I saw a strange advertisement while looking for jobs online. High-paying jobs for hire. This isn't just your normal 9-to-5 job. In desperation for a new job, and after searching about 20 pages of Google, I clicked on the shady ad. Slowly, new website loads, with multiple links to different jobs with different descriptions. Deep web jobs. House sitting. $100 per shift. Stay in a camera room. Watch all rooms. Keep the house safe. Rules in link. Seems easy. I thought to myself, God, do I regret that. I assumed that the Deep Web Jobs application was just some quirky company name. There's no way that an actual job on the deep web would be this accessible on the internet. It would have been taken down by now, surely. On the screen, a sign-up sheet popped up, asking for my email. I typed it in quickly and was met with the message, "We hope to see you soon." Satisfied with that, I hopped in bed and turned off the lights. But before long, I was awoken by a buzz from my phone. I opened it to see a new email. "Your application has been accepted. Thank you for applying to the house-sitting job. You will stay at the house from 12 a.m. until 4 a.m., and you must follow these rules. Your money will arrive at 6 a.m. after your shift. Always. No matter what you hear or see, stay in the camera room." Seems easy enough, I thought to myself. But as I continued reading the rules, I realized there was something much darker going on here. Either don't bring your phone, or if you do not turn it on. Even if you get a notification, I will not email you during your shift. Make sure to bring something that can play music fairly loudly. You must arrive at exactly 12. From 1 to 2 a.m. watch the cameras. If you see a man in the living room watching TV, turn that camera off until you hear the TV turn off from downstairs. Ignore any sounds you hear around the house. If you feel anything touch you, stop moving and close your eyes until the feeling goes away. What the hell? Something was really off about this job, but I assumed maybe it was some kind of test or psychological experiment, so I kept reading. The rest of the rules just continued giving more specifics of when to check cameras and open blinds. A bit strange, I thought, but it must have been for a reason, so I didn't question it. I continued reading. From 2 until 3, open the blinds in the camera room. If you hear a voice from the window, do not look at them. If this happens, press the button on your desk and hold it until the woman leaves. After 4 a.m., you may leave the house. Your shift starts tomorrow night at 471 Pedersen Drive. Sincerely, Mr. Salazar. I must have read that email 10 times over, thinking this was a prank or something. No way do I actually have to follow these crazy rules. I put my phone back down to charge and went to sleep, still confused by that email. All I could do the next day was think about what that email said. Man in the living room, woman in the kitchen, conversation with a person in the window. It all seemed too crazy to be true, but I couldn't help but to find myself 15 minutes before 12 with an old iPod in my pocket standing at the address. I entered the house. It had a sort of old but still livable vibe to it. The house was dusty, but the kitchen and living room were spotless. I made my way upstairs, and at the end of a long hallway stood the camera room. It was barren and small, with nothing but a chair, a camera monitor, and a couple windows in it. I sat down in the chair. Man, I hope this is worth it. It wasn't. Looking at the computer's clock, it was 12:03, and for the next hour, everything seemed fine. This job was going to be a breeze. I kept the list of rules on me at all times, making sure not to break them. It stated that I was allowed to wander around the house until 1 a.m., but I decided to just stay in the camera room. However, as soon as it hit 1 o'clock, I felt a sudden dread, telling me to get up and leave right now. I turned on all the cameras, and on the back of my neck, it felt as if a feather was resting on it. I froze. Keep calm, Chris. Keep calm. I closed my eyes as I remembered the rules. It felt like hours, that feather tickling the back of my neck, but I held out, not moving and keeping my eyes closed. The feather went away. I opened my eyes, relieved, and heard behind me slow, coordinated footsteps. I whipped around, the footsteps went away, and a slow chuckle came from the camera speaker. The man was watching TV. The TV was lit up with some cooking show, and the man was chuckling while watching the show. I turned that camera off and hoped I had done it fast enough. The sound from the TV echoed up the stairs, chilling me to the bone. What the hell is this place? I thought to myself, feeling queasy. And how is it only 1:20? The next 20 minutes were creepy as can be. Unknown sounds bounced around the house, the man laughing at the TV, watching all the cameras, until the silence hit me hard. The TV had been turned off, and dread had fallen upon me again. The noise from the TV had been a constant for the past 20 minutes, but now that it was off, the silence felt threatening. I slowly turned on the camera and found the room to be empty. I sighed in relief. For what felt like an eternity, my eyes darted around the cameras, on edge, until the clock made a quiet beep, and it turned 2 o'clock. I rose from my chair and opened the blinds, revealing the pitch-black lawn outside. I sat back down as the clanging of pots and pans ringed in my ears. I looked down at the blue button beside the monitor, then at the lady, now cooking black eggs in the kitchen, and as I was about to press the button, "Hi, Chris," a woman's voice came from the window. I froze, gluing my eyes to the monitor, forcing myself not to look at the window. "Hi, how was your day?" My voice was shaky. It was obvious that I was scared. "I was just strolling around the neighborhood, saw you were here, and I just wanted to say hi." The window she was talking to me through was high enough up the ground to need a large ladder to get to. "How was your day?" "My day was fine, thanks." The woman in the kitchen started to get louder. "Okay, well I have to go. It was nice to meet you." "It was nice to meet you too. Bye." I wanted to get up. I wanted to just close the blinds and never hear her voice again, but something just told me that I should not get up. "Wow, you're a smart one. I thought that would get you. Maybe next time. Goodbye." I waited a few seconds. The last thing I wanted to see was the face of that lady talking to me, so I waited until I was sure she wasn't there anymore, then closed the blinds. Once that ordeal was over, I realized that the lady in the kitchen was gone, even though I never pressed the button. Oh no, oh no, no, no. I thought I had broken one of the rules and it was only 2:30. Now I'm sitting under the desk typing this out on my iPod, and there is a lady with a ragged apron on, walking in circles around the room. I'm scared to make any noise. So please, if you see an ad for dark web jobs, don't click it.